came up recently, and actually I saw this one on one of the chat boxes. Tenants pay utilities, so why does the electricity and other things show up on the T12? In other words, why is the property paying the electric bill if the tenants pay the electricity? Well, for a lot of reasons. When you own property, and you're always, as a landlord, you're going to have your own meter for the parking lot lights, the stairwell lights, the common area lights, the office lights, and then the other thing too is you're always going to have the meter for the vacant units. I mean, you got to still keep the electricity on the vacant units. You got to go show them. You got to turn the lights on when people walk in. So you're going to have, and that's a landlord rate. It's a lot less expensive is what they do. Typically, what most utilities do is they give the landlords a special rate for those vacant units. So now the thing is, okay, that's just talking about the electricity, but always remember that the water and the sewer are always the responsibility of the landlord. I don't mean that the landlord has to pay for it. I mean, you can always bill back, for the water. I've done it on many of my properties, but the water and sewer are going to get, that bill is going to come to the main office, and you're going to pay that as the landlord. Now, jump ahead here. The other thing too is that the trash is always or usually the responsibility of the landlord as well. Now the thing is that you can get creative with the billing and charge back for some of the stuff. But if you look at Class A property, what you see with Class A property is that the water and sewer and the trash are paid for by the landlord, and everything else is paid for by the tenants. But just keep in mind, and this is where I think people kind of get mixed up with the naming conventions. Even with the landlord paying the trash, the water, and the sewer, if the tenants are paying the gas and or the electric bill, we call it a tenant-paid property as opposed to an all-bills property. That way, because we don't want to have to pay that heating bill in the winter, and we don't want to pay that air conditioning electricity bill in the summer. All right, when the tenants are paying those things out of their own pocket, it is a tenant-paid property. It does not mean that there are going to be other utilities that the landlord is not responsible for. And the other thing too is you can always go back and bill back these guys.